Imagine that you are there by that river. You feel a cool breeze touch your face and the cool, fresh air rush through your nose and down into your lungs. Notice the mist moving on the river and the reflection of the sky on the water. I invite you now to close your eyes and notice what you're hearing. And let's take one more deep breath and open our eyes. In those few seconds, your heart rate probably started to drop and perhaps you're feeling a little more relaxed. Studies show all kinds of benefits to spending time in nature. Some healthcare providers even prescribe time in nature along with their traditional medicine or as a let's try this first approach to managing stress and disease. Increasingly, we are recognizing that nature is good medicine. Back in the early 1980s, about the time that computers were emerging in the workforce, Japanese officials noticed that workers were less stressed, more relaxed after spending some time in nature. They coined this practice of spending time in nature as Shinrin-yoku, which translated is forest bathing. Now, when you bathe in a bathtub, you immerse yourself in water. When you forest bathe, you immerse yourself in nature. You slow down physically and mentally. You get out of your thinking mind and into your body. You tune into your senses, to the sights and the sounds and the smells and the tastes and the textures of the forest. Forest bathing, as the name implies, is best practiced in a wooded area. However, similar effects can be achieved in any natural environment. Now, it's been documented, these health benefits. Some studies measured the blood pressure, the heart rate, the cortisol levels of study participants before and after they were in nature. After spending time in nature, their cortisol levels dropped. Their heart rates dropped, their blood pressure dropped, and participants reported that they were less stressed and in a better mood. So, what is it about nature that is good medicine? Well, one real powerful source is a substance called phytoncides. Phytoncides are natural compounds that trees and plants emit to ward off insects and disease. When we inhale those compounds, the number and level of NK cells, or natural killer cells, increases in our body. NK cells are a type of white blood cell, which you may know are critical for fighting infection and disease. Research shows that just a few hours in a forest can enhance your NK cell activity for over a month. Another powerful source is the Earth's energy. Have you ever taken a walk on a beach? Have you walked barefoot in the grass? If you're a gardener, you know the joys of working the soil. When our skin makes contact with the earth, we are connecting to the earth's energy, and that in turn helps to rebalance our own energy, reducing inflammation, fatigue, and stress. Contact with the soil is also associated with a healthy gut biome. Researchers believe that a healthy gut can enhance brain cognition and function. Researchers also have found that even as little as 15 minutes in nature can enhance your health. There's a 2015 study that showed that work-related stress accounts for $190 billion of healthcare costs each year. Imagine if employers would encourage their employees to go outside for just 15 minutes a day, how that could have a profound impact on their employees' health and maybe even on the business. I recently retired from working at a local nature center. The benefactor for the Nature Center, John C. Hartman, said, "The closer the young are kept to nature, the better and happier men and women they will become." Now, he noted that in 1938, and I think he was on to something, because when teachers brought their students to the Nature Center, the students back in the classroom were more focused and better behaved. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, Connie. Wait a minute. You said that video at the beginning of your talk was benefiting our health, but we're not outside. True. But you don't necessarily have to be outside to benefit from nature. There was a study that followed patients in hospital rooms where the hospital rooms had a window and the patients could look outside and see trees. Well, those patients, remarkably, required less pain medication, and they were released earlier. Pictures of nature and nature sound recordings, they had similar effects on other patients. So, if you don't have access to green spaces, you can apply the same principle in your home or workplace. You can surround yourself with nature by adopting plants and hanging pictures or paintings of nature on your walls. You can play videos on your screens like I did earlier. You can play sound recordings of nature, such as bird songs or the rhythmic ocean waves to help you wind down at the end of the day or fall asleep. If you do have access to nature, you live in or near a natural environment, I invite you to go outside and find a place that feels good to you and sit down. Give yourself permission to just be. Inhale deeply. Notice the aromas around you and what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're touching. Maybe take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground and feel what's beneath your feet and connect with the earth's energy. You could try outdoor sports or activities such as kayaking or bicycling, lower impact sports such as walking or plein air painting. Maybe in the winter you could have a snowball fight or try snowshoeing. Bird watching. Bird watching is thought to provide stability in the lives of people who are living with mental health issues. It helps them keep in the present moment. Now, if you would like to learn more about the benefits of nature on your health or forest bathing, there's so much research out there on the web. Or you could follow or read books by leaders in the field like Dr. Suzanne Bartlett Hackenmiller. If you would like to participate in a guided forest therapy walk, you can go out to the Association of Nature and Forest Therapy website, anft.earth, and there you'll find a list of certified forest therapy guides in your area. Nature is indeed good medicine. In a world that's getting faster and more disconnected, it's never been more important to understand, to remember that we are part of nature, not separate from it, and we can use that relationship to benefit our well-being. Thank you.